Hey guys, Mike here with MyTrickRC. Today we're going to be installing one of our attack lighting systems specifically designed for this axial SCX10iii Rubicon edition. It comes with features like headlights, rock lights, brake lights, dash lights, and can all be controlled from your radio's third channel. Are you ready? Before we get started, let's go over what's included in this kit. You will receive white halo headlights with 3D printed buckets, red and white running lights with 3D printed taillight dividers, rock lights with buckets, dash lights with buckets, 4-way LED splitter, power cable, resistor cable, port conversion cable, and it all plugs into the DG1 controller. Are you ready? Alright, with the body removed, the headlights and tail lights removed, the interior, and all 4 tires removed from the chassis, we can start off by masking the interior dash lights with the provided masking tape. The oval one is for the gauges and goes right above the steering wheel like this. Make sure it's on nice and straight, and press it down firmly. The square tape is for the center display and goes in the middle of the dash like this. Take some black spray paint and spray over the masked area. Let it dry and peel the masking tape. Next up, we're going to attach the light buckets for the dash using some industrial adhesive. Apply a small amount of adhesive around each bucket like this. Press them firmly in place. We're going to set the interior down and let this dry and move on to the next step. In this step, we're going to be installing the rock lights. There are 2 pairs of rock lights, one for the front and one for the rear. The LED sits inside the bucket like this. There are spots on the fenders for the LEDs. The bucket and the LED go on top of the fender like this and screw in from the bottom. Use M2 by 6 screws. Repeat this on each inner fender. And when you're finished, it should look like this, with the wires facing inward. And the LEDs facing downward. Alright, now that the adhesive on the dash light buckets has had some time to dry, we can install the LEDs using the provided 2-sided tape. Place the tape over the LED like this. Place the LED over the hole in the light bucket like this. At this point, we can put the interior back inside the body. In this step, we're going to be installing the running lights, headlights, and taillight dividers. Take the white 5mm LEDs and install them in the headlight assembly like this. Next, take the provided 2-sided tape and apply it to the back of the halo like this. The halo has a flat cable and the bucket has a notch. Insert the halo into the bucket with the flat cable and the notch like this. There's a notch in the back of the bucket and a tab inside the headlight assembly. Take the halo in the bucket and install it into the headlight assembly like this. Run the flat cable over the top. When reinstalling the headlight assembly back in the body, please be careful not to twist or pinch the flat cable. When it's all finished, it should look just like this. Next, take the 5mm red LEDs and install them into the rear taillight assembly like this. Now take the taillight divider and place it into the taillight lens like this. Now we can take the taillight assemblies and install them back in the body. When this step is completed, it should look like this. Alright, so we're almost finished. In this step, we're going to plug everything into the controller and give it a test. The LEDs can only be plugged into the controller in one direction. The ports on the controller are labeled A through F. Now take the resistor cable and plug in the 5mm white headlights. Plug them into port A on the DG1 controller. Now take the halo headlights and plug them into port B, like this. Now take the 4-way LED splitter, plug in both pair of rock lights, and plug them into port C or D on the DG1 controller, like this. The 5mm red running lights go into port E. And the dash lights plug into port F. Here's a diagram of the ports. Please read the warning about LEDs and port types. Take the port conversion cable and plug it into the DG1 controller. Make sure the notch and the groove are aligned and the two arrows line up before gently pushing the connectors together. Next, take the power cable and plug it into the port conversion cable, like this. At this point, we're going to power up the system and give it a test. Take the balance plug from your 2 or 3S LiPo battery and plug it into the power connector of the DG1 controller. It takes a moment for the DG1 controller to boot up. With the power still connected, let's go over the modes of operation with the mode switch. Push the button to turn on the running lights, headlights, medium, and full power with rock lights. Push it again to turn off the lights. Keep in mind this isn't the power switch, it's only the mode switch. You must disconnect the power to turn the controller off. Now that we confirmed that everything's working, let's wrap things up. Use the provided wire anchors and zip ties. Coil up the wires to keep them away from any moving components. With the provided Velcro, attach the DG1 controller and mode switch inside the body on the driver's side, with the wires facing the interior, like this. When wrapping up the wires, be sure to leave yourself enough slack for the rock lights and balance plug power connector. This concludes the basic installation. Stay tuned for brake light setup and third channel control. Now that the basic installation is complete, we can set up the brake lights. Unplug your ESC from your receiver. Take the plug from the port conversion cable and plug it into channel 2 of your receiver, like this. Now take your ESC and plug it into the port conversion cable like this. Power up the DG1 controller, then power up your radio. Press and hold the mode switch for 3 seconds until the tail lights dim. Push the reverse on your transmitter to activate the brake lights. For third channel control, take the red plug from the port conversion cable and plug it into the third channel of your receiver, like this. You can now toggle through the modes using your third channel, instead of using the mode switch. This completes the installation. You're ready to hit the trail. Thanks for choosing MyTrickRC.